Perhaps they thought the voters wouldn't care, seeing how they're dead and all. Several petition circulators for Republican candidates are now facing felony charges, accused of forging the signatures of dead people and, quite foolishly, a former prosecutor. Here's politics guy Marshall Zellinger.
When Carl Anderson ran to be the Republican nominee for Congress last year, his campaign hired a signature gathering firm called Grassfire to get 1,500 registered Republicans to sign this petition to qualify him for the ballot. The voters needed to live within the 8 counties that make up Congressional District 7. Gholam Maroof used to live in this area.
I lived in Colorado from 2000 up until 2019.
He goes by Maroof and was not even living in Colorado anymore when he supposedly signed Anderson's petition 4 times in 4 different handwriting styles.
It's kind of like a photo identification or some kind of lineup thing, like, is this your signature? And I confirm none of them were.
I got a phone call asking if I signed a petition with respect to CD7, and I really had no idea what he was talking about.
This is Pete Weir. His name and signature show up here, Peter Weir. Except, as you can probably figure out, Weir did not sign the petition. And if you're going to forge someone's signature, maybe he's one of the names you do not fake.
Marshall, I'm Pete Weir, and I was the elected district attorney for the 1st Judicial District, which is Jefferson and Gilpin counties.
I think this case shows that our system does work.
Democratic Secretary of State Jenna Griswold referred the petition signatures to the Attorney General's office for review. When Anderson turned in his petitions, there were 4,462 signatures. The Secretary of State's office rejected 3,400, leaving him with about 1,000, not enough to qualify for the ballot. He briefly sued to have a judge put him on the ballot.
We suspected at that time there was forgery concerns. Frankly, that's the reason he was insufficient, because there were so many concerns with signatures.
Especially the ones that showed up multiple times.
I'm happy that it was not an identity theft, but he just forged my signature.
Neither Anderson, the candidate, nor Grassfire, the signature collection company, are facing any charges. Anderson told me today he's been cooperating with investigators since last year. Grassfire is no longer in business. I should point out there was another candidate who ran for State House who had the same firm, and there are people who collected signatures for her race that are caught up in this. She is not accused of anything, and she had signatures removed from her petition but still had enough to be on the ballot and qualify and get elected to office.
How long have you been reporting on shady signature gathering in Colorado?
7 years now. I'm well versed in how this works.
We've got a great catching system. We don't have a great prevention system.
Right. I mean, the catch is after the fact when you start reviewing the signatures, but there's nothing in place necessarily that says, you know, when you sign something, oh, that's wrong, or the person who notarizes it, wait a minute, these all look like they're the same handwriting. Well, I'm still going to, like, there's nothing in that process necessarily that prevents it from getting to the Secretary of State, but it's when it gets to the Secretary of State, then they start the review. I don't know how you stop it on the front end. You could do digital. I know Amber McReynolds, former Denver elections, she once showed me there's an iPad that maybe you could do it digitally and know right then and there.
Reject it right there.
Yep.
So that shady dude who accosts you outside Trader Joe's right then, you know, boom, got it, or didn't. I don't know. All right, we'll keep watching it. Marshall, thank you.